So where do I begin? This is my first time getting in front of the camera in what feels like forever, and the imposter syndrome is impostering, okay? Hey, it's Bri, and we have a lot to talk about. I'm making this video because I just moved into my very first apartment. I have been enjoying my privacy so much that I feel like I need to make this video to kind of put myself back out there and kind of get in touch with the version of Brianna who built this shit brick by brick, okay? Like, there was a version of me that really wanted to be famous just because I got a taste of fame and I was like, hell no. Doesn't mean that I should give up on the platforms that I have built, not just on YouTube, but on TikTok as well. Because honestly, I feel like when I started going back to school, I became content with my life. Like, I was totally happy with working and going to school, because when you work and you go to school, you're out the way. Like, you're just focused on yourself. You don't have to wake up in the morning and read stupid ass comments or unwarranted opinions on your character and your life. I'm not gonna lie, I really have been enjoying my time away from YouTube, from social media in general, because I feel like sometimes people feel like they're entitled to your life, and it's like, baby, this is my life, okay, and I'm going to live it, and I don't want to live my life for the internet, if that makes sense. I no longer have this lust for fame. Because of that, I'm able to genuinely enjoy being a regular person. And before, I was kind of in this mindset of like, I hate being a regular person. Girl, so much has changed. Like, I'm telling you, I really don't even know where to begin. So let's start with the fact that I'm in a new place. I don't know how I want to go about this, because honestly, I am really trying to milk the new apartment series. Like, baby, I'm trying to milk that as much as I can. So I don't know how much tea I want to give you guys in this video. I will share a little bit of my testimony, because it is a testimony. I kind of stopped uploading on my channel because I really wanted to lock in with school. I was very much taking my education very serious. I was consumed in the amount of assignments. Even right now, as I sit here and talk to y'all, I am so far behind in assignments. I know what's going on social media. Like, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything when it comes to social media, because at the end of the day, like I said, I built this shit. I can come back whenever I want to. Kind of like how we're still waiting for an album from Rihanna. It's kind of giving that. Like, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna live my life. And I'm not going to let my career or where I want to be in life steal my ability to enjoy being exactly where I am in the moment. I feel like I spent a lot of time like trying to be a future version of myself, and I'm cool with who I am and where I am right now, like 100%. So like I was saying, I realized that if I'm going to get good grades, I need to put energy and effort into that. So I started really focusing on going to school. Actually, I'm lying, because if you think about it, I was going to school and I was vlogging. In my mind, I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna be a full-time student, I gotta get this bread, and I'm not about to get a 9-to-5. YouTube was my stream of income until I realized that I was not gonna get financial aid at all. The YouTube check was not YouTube checking. Like, I make way more money on TikTok, I'm not even gonna hold you, but that's a whole other conversation within itself. Just know that YouTube is my baby. I have trauma bonded with you guys. That's why I feel like it's important for me to sit here and film this video. Y'all my best friends at this point, if anything. And I feel like where I am now, you guys deserve to be a part of this growth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I found out that I was not gonna get financial aid. I'm like, like, fuck, there goes my dream of being a full-time student and a YouTuber. Like, that dream has been shattered. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I definitely did feel some type of way, because I'm like, well, if I have to get a job, something's gonna suffer and it's not gonna be my grades. And considering I've taken multiple hiatus from my channel before, I guess I'm just gonna have to take another break from my channel to get to this bag. Because look, before, I used to be okay with being a struggling artist. Like, I don't know what world I was living in. La La Land, apparently. I wanted to be famous so bad that I made my life harder than it needed to be. And now that I'm older, you don't have to tell me twice to get a job, because I don't like sitting around with no money. I don't like not having money. I don't like my finances being like this. I like stable income, period. I like stability, period. Actually, let's talk about that, because that's a conversation that I actually had to have with myself recently. After I found out that I was not gonna get financial aid, I was broke for like 2 months, February and March. I was broke, and I was willingly broke because I felt like that's what God wanted me to do. If you've been watching me long enough, you know that if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna get to the bag. I'm never gonna sit around and just be no broke ass bitch. Y'all should know that about me if you've been watching me long enough, okay? Especially because I got a whole ass stripper series. Please, like, please. Brianna Lay is a lot of things, but a broke ass bitch? Absolutely not. Life may have its ups and downs, baby, but I don't stay down, okay? And when I am down, I don't like it down there, bitch. I do not like it down there. Let me explain to y'all why I just sat around for 2 months broke as fuck. Number one, I felt spiritually led. I felt like where I was in life, I was finally doing things differently. I have worked a lot of different jobs in my life. My resume is very long. On top of that, I have finessed, scammed, whatever you want to call it, I've done it. I have street experience, hustling experience, and I have 9-to-5 corporate experience. Where I was in life, I genuinely felt like I don't want to go down this road again. I need to try something new. I need to give school a chance. Just because I'm telling you guys that in my mind, I thought that I was being obedient to God, doesn't mean that I was like interpreting his message to me correctly. I want to make that clear. I did receive the message, but maybe I didn't act on it in the right way. I don't know. But basically what I'm trying to tell you guys is I'm not perfect, okay? So at this time in my life, I felt like I need to learn how to 100% wholeheartedly trust and depend on God, because I don't like to be broke. And so when my money is funny, I will take the situation into my own hands, and I will, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I will alchemize the energy from poverty to abundance, because I hate being broke. Big Capricorn energy, big earth sign energy. If you know, you know. I was just really trying to approach life differently. That's the best way I could describe it without repeating myself. I became okay with the fact that I was broke. Like, I was walking around with $2 quite literally in my bank account, and going to school and hanging out like I wasn't poor. I pretty much just accepted my reality. My reality was I had no money coming in, and I just had to have faith that if I was obedient to God, that my life would turn around, okay? Now, this is why I said maybe I didn't receive the message correctly, because at the end of the day, I'm black. Where I was living before I moved into my own place, I was not living with a family member. I don't know which Caucasian biracial ancestor possessed me to even believe that in real life, working was not an option for me, because like I said, I was living with somebody that was not my blood relative, which means I was paying rent. Even if it was basically nothing, I still had an obligation to pay rent. It got to the point where I couldn't take being broke anymore. I just couldn't take it. And I still wanted to be obedient to God. So instead of going the fast money approach, I decided to get a real job. Oh my God. Like, I really have been trying to live life different, bitch. I really have been approaching life totally fucking different. Working and going to school. Me, Brianna, the girl that swear to God I'm gonna get famous and I'm gonna blow up. Working and going to school? What? I thought you was a superstar. But no, life really got that real. When I saw my credit score going down, when it got to the point that I was avoiding checking my email because I knew I owed so many different corporations money, I was like, go get a fucking job. And that's exactly what I went to go do. I went to go get a job. The lady that I was staying with, she knew what was going on. She knew what was going on. Originally, I was communicating to her that when I got my financial aid, I was gonna catch up on my rent and all my other responsibilities. Cause like I said, paying her rent was not the only bill that I owed. Because I owed so many people, I used my communication skills and I told her like, hey, like I'm actually broke as hell. I'm not trying to finesse you, but I'm waiting on this financial aid. Then after like being in school for a month already, I found out that I was not going to get the financial aid. So I had to go back to the lady and have another conversation and tell her, hey, I'm about to go get a job. At this time, I was a straight A student. Let me sip my Starbucks because this is about to get stressful for me. I have worked a million different jobs in a million different industries. I have. This job that I currently have right now was the longest training I ever had for any job, and I promise you, I don't even do that much. I have literally worked in factories, in laboratories, for companies like Hourglass Cosmetics, okay? And the training wasn't even a month. Girl, when I tell you my grades went whoop, my grades went down so bad because I was not getting any sleep. Every day that I woke up, I either had to be at school or I had to be at job training. Now, here's the thing. I signed up to work grave. I don't know why I didn't put two and two together that they're not just gonna put you on grave shift. You have to be trained. And in order to be trained, you have to show up in the daytime. I don't know why I didn't think these things through, baby. Those 3 weeks of training, I was so irritated. I was so mad because I felt like, oh my God, this work shit is causing me to fail academically. Like, I cannot win. I really felt like, oh my God, I cannot win. And as I sit here and talk to you guys right now, I still to this day feel like the way that they dragged that training out at my job is why I'm still trying to recover academically. Because like, let's be real, like when you're at work for 8 hours and you're training, you're taking notes, watching videos, you know, you're pretending like you care about the job more than you actually do. You have to be present when you first get hired for a job. You know what I'm saying? I'm honestly not making excuses. I genuinely feel like they went overboard with the training at my job. It just really caused me to fall behind. I remember one time I missed an entire essay, and it's because the way that I like to do my homework, I like to lock in. I like to really dedicate time to my homework so I could turn in the best possible work. And it's like, I really just didn't have the time. And I already said this, but I want to like talk about it a little more. I lived so far south in LA that I was an hour from everything because I don't have a car right now. I was like an hour away from school, an hour away from my job. And every single day I was having to wake up at the crack of dawn to be on time because I lived so far away. So glory be to God that I went from living a $60 Uber away from my job to an $8, $7 Uber away from my job. Glory be to God for that, because literally there were days where I would wake up and immediately I would be in a fucked up mood. As soon as I open my eyes, I'm late somewhere, and it would just put me in a fucked up mood every single day. I'm not even joking. I really wanted to drop out of school. And as I sit here and talk to you guys right now, I still kind of battle like, damn, should I drop out of school? Like, should I just give up? I already took a step back from my channel because I was getting straight A's and I wanted to maintain that level of excellence. Then I found out that I had to get a job. Now that I'm working, I mean, shit, if I'm working and going to school, when do I have time to film? Especially because at the time, I was an old lady's roommate. You know, honestly, I need to be in the right headspace, in the right environment to create content. That's just period. There's a way that I like to live. There's a way that I like to move so the content can flow organically like how I need to. And it just wasn't given that. The environment wasn't given that. The headspace that I was in was not given that. I'm sorry. Like, I had to get it together. I had to get my real life together. And that's why I said what I said about enjoying my private life and not feeling like I need to do everything for the internet. Because I feel like another person would feel like, oh my God, I have all these followers online. I can't fall off. If I stop posting, people are gonna think something terrible happened to me, especially with my track record. Like, I used to live in this permanent state of like anxiety and needing to maintain status quo, because I felt like if I disappeared from my channel, y'all would think that I was going through something literally terrible, like living under a bridge or something like that. I had to really like work on shifting that mindset, because like I said, this is my life. And just like you guys, I'm a human being. And even though I've chosen this as a career path, I'm a human being. So I deserve to take the time to step back and really evaluate where my life is going, and more importantly, like where God wants me to go. Because sometimes I can't be in the motion of like working and going to school and being a content creator and still hear God. Sometimes something gotta go so I can hear him. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't remove it, baby, he will. When I tell you, I don't even feel like I got a fair hand when it comes to this semester of school. I excelled in winter semester. I did so good, and I was like high off of that. And I honestly thought that I would have the same experience going into spring semester, that I would just lock in and I would get straight A's and I would turn my assignments in on time. Hell no. I got a taste of reality, and I had to keep telling myself like, well, there's no point in dropping out, because there are literally millions and millions and millions of people in this country and in this world that work and go to school simultaneously. Struggling to find balance is not an experience that's totally unique to Brianna. I pretty much felt like I have work. I have to catch up on all these assignments. I already tried the famous thing. I need to be stable. I just wanted to be stable. I just wanted to be regular. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, let me try this regular shit out, because I've been chasing this fame. I've been trying to be famous, and I've been broke, in poverty, and I don't like that. So let's try something new. I'm thinking that I'm being obedient to God and I'm doing the right thing. I'm not out here swinging around a pole. I'm actually trying to get an education, and I'm waking up and I'm taking my ass to work. So I'm just gonna wait on my blessing. Whatever it is, I'm gonna wait on it. Tell me why I'm at home one morning and I'm getting ready for my hair appointment, because I haven't been working and I finally got a job. At this point, the hair got to get done. Like, you can imagine how my hair was looking after 2 months of no job, no income. That was like on the top of my list. Like, hair was right up there with rent. I'm not even gonna hold you. At the time, this lady started to piss me off, okay? I'm gonna get into that later, but just know, like, I started to look at this lady way different because she switched up on me. So I made the executive decision that I was gonna keep my money. I wasn't gonna stress off paying her rent, because I'm not gonna be paying rent to somebody that's making me feel like shit. Like, that's what we're not gonna do. I'm gonna take that money and I'm gonna invest in myself. That's my mindset. I'm standing in the kitchen. I'm getting my wig together. I was actually boiling my wig, because if you don't know, it makes it really easy to get like all the makeup and the bold hold. Like, if you just boil your wig, it will get all that shit out the lace. Okay, go on TikTok. So I'm boiling my wig or whatever. The lady come up to me and she like, oh, did you talk to your grandpa? Because she's my grandpa friend. I actually did talk to my grandpa, but I lied to her, because when I was talking to my grandpa, I was telling him, you need to help me get some money. You need to co-sign for me to get a loan or something, because I need to move. Like, I don't want to be here no more, and you need to help me do it, because I didn't fucking ask to be here. I don't know if me complaining to my grandpa made my grandpa go to his friend and be like, what's going on over there? And then the lady was like, she needs to go if that's how she feel. Don't know. Honestly, don't care, because I have my own place. Don't give a fuck. She asked me if I talked to my grandpa, and I'm like, no. I was talking to him, but I was talking shit about you, so no, I was not talking to him at all. Why did she look me in the face and tell me that she needed me to move, that I needed to move out, and that I needed to move out at the end of the month? And she told me that on April 18th. Imagine if somebody tells you quite literally in the middle of the month that you need to be gone by the 1st, and you just got a job, and you haven't been working for 2 months. What money do you think I have saved, bitch? I don't have no fucking money saved. You know I just got this job. You know I haven't been working. What the fuck? Girl, I broke down crying. I broke down crying for all of those reasons. Like, I tried to keep a poker face, but then I started thinking about being homeless and like the fear of God, bitch. I was so scared that I started crying. And then she was like, don't cry. It's a lot of programs that you can go to get your own place. When I tell you, like, so many people were trying to tell me to go to a shelter, and I don't want to go too deep into that because I'm really trying to save that tea for another video. Like, I want to sit down and I really want to tell you guys my testimony, and I really want to tell you guys how God blessed me with my own place in like 2 weeks. I feel like that is a video within itself. It really disturbed me that my family was like, go stay in a shelter, and my friends, they were the ones that was like, I'll co-sign for you to get an apartment. Like, if you need to find an apartment, I will co-sign. I will help you get a place in my building. You could sleep over here. Like, my friends were giving me every other solution but the shelter. It was crazy to have that eye-opening experience because that's a lesson that I really didn't want. Like, I really didn't want to be faced with the reality that, like, I am alone. That's not just something that I made up in my head because I like to be victim and I'm not happy with where I am in life. That's a cold, hard fact. And I feel like when a lady told me that I needed to leave, I started crying and I got so scared because I knew that I was alone. I know that I have a living mother and she's not gonna let me stay with her. And even if I was to stay with her, one of us is gonna end up in jail because my mom likes to fight me, okay? She likes to get physical. I'm not about to sit up there and just get beat up like I'm a grown up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a little ass kid. There's that. And then, you know, my grandpa, he's a roommate. He living with somebody. So it's like, how can he open his door when technically he ain't even got a door? I don't know. I just really started to think like, I'm alone in this world. Yes, I have my grandpa. Yes, I have my big sister. Like, I have family that I talk to, my little sister and stuff like that. But it's like, when it comes down to what family means, what it stands for, I don't have that. I feel like this whole moving situation was really bittersweet. Now that I'm out of it, it's 100% sweet. But in the moment, it was not. Like, I was really crying myself to sleep, tossing, turning, crying, weeping, like, for real. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I went to school to better my life. I got a job to better my life. How am I finally doing what every normal human being does to get their shit together, and my life gets worse? I was literally expressing that to my friends and family. I was like, I don't know anybody else that puts themselves in a position to make their life better, and it's like their life gets 20 fucking million times worse. Life got real for me. Life got real for me, and yes, I like making money, and yes, social media is like a very lucrative stream of income when you are consistent. But it's like, at the same time, you're putting your life online for people to consume, be entertained, and develop opinions. Sometimes when I'm going through things, I don't care what the fuck you guys have to say. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear from myself. I want to learn to trust the voice that's in myself. And sometimes I feel like social media is just like unnecessary noise, because social media is a lot of discussions with no solutions. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody could get on my top right now. Somebody could try to read me in the comments right now, and it's like, well, what the fuck is the solution? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like we ever gonna meet each other in real life. So that's really why I stopped uploading. I stopped uploading because I needed to get my life together, and I wanted to try a different approach to life. In trying this new approach and walking down this new path of life, I ran into some obstacles that I had never run into before, and I had to face them, and I wanted to face them by myself in peace. At the end of this video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for being patient with me. Thank you for following me on my journey for this long, and thank you for actually seeing the vision and knowing that my life was going to come together, because people really try to play me like I'm just this nobody, nothing ass bitch. Like, people really try to play me like I'm just not who I say I am. And now shit is real dangerous for them, because now I don't give a fuck to prove that I am who I say I am. I'm just gonna be her. So y'all done fucked up. Y'all done made a monster. Like, for real. I already been through so much. I already slept in a car. I already swung around a pole. I already been through so much. Like, now I have my own place. And now that I have my own place, I feel like I'm in control of my destiny. And I'm not about to just sit back and let myself flop. Going back to what I was originally saying. Thank you for seeing something in me and sticking around. Because I promise you, I'm not gonna fail you. And there have been times where y'all believed in me more than my own parents. And I will never forget that. And I do love y'all, which is why I'm sitting here making this video. Sometimes I think people forget that you have to actually live life to get content. If I'm on here every day, when am I living life? When am I experiencing things? When am I learning things? When am I gaining wisdom to come back and share with y'all? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep doing me because it's working. It's working, bitch. With that being said, if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Support your girl. Get those fingers moving in the comments below and let me know what you guys think about my nails. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I just wanted to show you my nails, you know what I'm saying? I love a good French tip. And I feel like she went off today. I feel like the nail tech went the fuck off. But yeah, I mean, get those fingers moving in the comments below and give me some feedback. Let's have a conversation. Like, I don't know why y'all be acting shy. Like, I'm not your favorite fucking YouTuber. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna go do some homework and I will see you in the next video. Till next time, say my name.